probably living a dream, to tell you the truth. Kind of a fragmented 24 years if you look at the public address for the very first game, and then the first Galaxy talk shows in '97, and finally in '99 full integration of play-by-play on radio and television. But yeah, listen, I've been part of it, and it's been quite an honor for me. In a very rocky part of history in soccer in the United States that's certainly on the upswing, to a point where this sport is never going to go away, and we're not going to have to worry about it going away. But when I was a child playing soccer in the early '80s and so forth, as you know, the NASL was on its last legs, and when your idols are soccer players and you want to be a soccer player growing up, and suddenly you don't see that opportunity anymore, most children will go a different direction. I kept on going in soccer for whatever reason, because the sport went indoors, and where I grew up in San Diego, they had a great indoor soccer team. It was winning championships, and so you still had that desire to be part of it in some way. And for whatever reason, I thought maybe I could be a player, but realized in high school that wasn't going to be the case. Thought maybe I was going to be a sports writer, as a sports editor of the high school newspaper for a couple of years, and right out of high school I realized, well, that's not going to be the case either, because maybe I should go do play-by-play, and went to a broadcasting school. And I was just in a lot of different times during my teen years, young adult years, I was just in the right place at the right time when things broke. Sports radio broke. We were the first sports station on the West Coast, certainly the first 24-hour sports station in the United States. I was teamed with a guy named Jim Rome. We created a national sports show together, and that was a first. And along the way, indoor soccer returned. I was able to do some indoor soccer play-by-play because I kept on that, as well as one of my internships, and then a paid play-by-play. And then MLS came in '96. And of course, there were a bunch of naysayers for MLS, that it was going to fail, and that it was a hokey league, and that it was, 10 teams named by interns at Nike and Adidas, and things like that were going on at the time. And, I was a pain in the rear, and got myself in to do the public address for the very first game, and was able to stay close to them. And thanks to C. Pat O'Brien, who was the marketing director of the Galaxy, he came back towards our station at the time, which was Extra Sports 690 back then, and we started which was Galaxy Talk, and myself and Rick Davis. And we did that for 2 years, and then all of a sudden the play-by-play came to a full-time situation, and I was given the opportunity. Yeah, I was just, like I said, it was a rocky road, but every time it broke, I was in the right place at the right time. So I'm very fortunate in that regard. It worked out. I mean, we did it through 2002. Then the Galaxy asked me if I wanted to continue on television or continue on radio. Back then, we were doing 10 games on TV, and I wanted to do all the games. and so the choice was easy for me, and I think the Galaxy knew that also. I said, no, I want to do all 32, and certainly that's what I did. And then AEG and the Galaxy asked me again, and I think it was 2013, and that's what I'm most proud of, is that the Galaxy showed the confidence in me. And they asked me if I was interested in doing television again, and then got that opportunity again, thanks to them.